Flowchart programming language. Have you ever written code and the computer is just saying error, error, error? What if I told you that there is a way to write your programs without typing code first? So here you're going to meet Flowgorithm. It is a app that lets you draw your program without stress. So that's what I'm going to be teaching you today. Okay, so let's talk about, before Flowgorithm, let's talk about Flowchart. What is a Flowchart? Flowchart is just a map, map of steps. So just let me put it that way, map of steps, like a recipe. If I say, how do you make tea? You did say, okay, one, I boiled water, I put tea bag, add sugar, and I drink. That's just an algorithm, and an algorithm is just a step-by-step procedure. You understand now? So when we draw these your steps in, we draw it with boxes, and arrows, boxes and arrows. It then becomes a flowchart. You understand now? So that's boxes is equals to steps. You understand now? So the algorithm there is actually the plan. Flowchart is drawing the plan. That's what's the difference. You get it now? So what then is a Flowgorithm? What then is a Flowgorithm? A Flowgorithm is a free app that lets you create programs using flowcharts instead of codes. And I told you earlier on that a flowchart is a diagram that shows a step-by-step steps of a process using shapes and arrows. You understand? And the word Flowgorithm is just a combination of flowcharts plus algorithm. That's Flowgorithm. So combination of algorithm and flowchart is what leads us to a Flowgorithm. So here we go. Okay, now this is a Flowgorithm, and this is how it's going to look like. Main and end are already here. Main is where your program starts. End is where your program stops. So main means start, end means you stop. So our job is just to find the middle. That's just for us to fill the middle in between main and the end form. It is an oval shape. That's the shape of main and end. So now in between this, there are many other shapes. We have 6 shapes there. So let's click on it. So you just right click. Look at it now. You right click on this arrow. You can see it has changed color. When my cursor is on it, it's not showing me red. Okay, so right click on it and it brings you this. So we're looking at all of this. Now look at it. We have the IO, that's input and output. We have the variables, we have control, and we have looping. Okay, now if you look at this IO, it is a parallelogram like shape. Okay, IO, that's input and output. Input, it collects the data. Output shows the data. Then variable, here we have it as a rectangle like shape. That's, we call it process and assign. So this declare, I'm going to be looking at a lot under this, but let me just finish with this quickly. So declare and this. So what do they do? This does the work. Declare does the work. Assign calculates the work. This does the work, why this calculates the work. Okay, now we have this diamond like shape. Now if you look at this diamond like shape, it is a if decision, just like a conditional statement. You understand now? If this, then that. That's just what it is. Very simple as that. While this hexagonal shape, for, we have while, for, and do. They are under looping. So let me talk about this for. So that's for looping. So I've just short it as for loop. Okay, now this for loop is just, the word loop is just repeat. Now it has different meaning for all of them. For this now, for loop means repeat number of times. You understand now? Repeat number of times, that's what it is. Or repeat count times. Maybe repeat 3 times, 2 times, 5 times, like that, anyway. While and do. While and do loop. They repeat while true. Repeat while true. Okay. So now let me talk about declare. You click on this, right click. You double click on this. Declare. You click on it. That's you double click now. It shows you this. We have the variable names and we have the type. Now let me explain this type for you quickly. We have the integer. Okay. Now integer, the word integer means whole numbers. Whole number, that's numbers with no decimal. For example, 5 minus 10, 0, 2006, etc. Okay. Now real, if you click on real means real numbers. That's what it means. It means real numbers. That's numbers with decimals. Okay, and you can have maybe 3.14 minus 0.5, 100.0, 0.2, 2.75, like that. Numbers with decimal. That's just it. Why this next one here, string, is for text. That's what I call it, text string. Okay. Text string. Now this text string is just for letters, words, sentence, and it must be in quotes. Yeah, it must be quoted. So for example, we say maybe John, hello, A+, and all of that. The next one here is boolean. Boolean, that's just true and false. We use it in that logic very well. So only 2 values, true or false. So that's just it. Now, these integers, where can we use it? We use integer for age, count, that's number count, score, years. So only complete numbers, no half, that's what we use it for. Real, we use it for radius, okay, yeah, radius, radius of anything, area of anything, we use real, okay, area, money, average, weight, and all of that. Okay, while the next one here, we use it for names, messages, phone numbers, okay, anything you type on your keyboard. While boolean, we can say John passed, true or false. So it's just yes or no answer only. That's just what it's meant for. Okay, and that's all under this.